Do you have a restless, frustrated, bouncing off the walls kind of dog who goes from 0 to 100 in a split second? What if your dog gets so frustrated at certain times that he barks, whines, and maybe even snaps at the leash, making it seem impossible to connect with him at that moment?
So what you see here is a frustrated, restless dog that gets very excited when she goes for a walk. In the online training, we dive deeper into how we have turned this around, but in this video, I want to give you some very important tips that made an important turnaround in my life with training this kind of dogs. So what do I use a lot here is how to redirect your dog. So how to get your dog to relax. And for that, I use this exercise, which I'm going to show you in this video. I call it the search and sniff, which may seem very simple, but if you bring a treat pouch and use this exercise when your dog encounters difficult situations, and of course you want to train this properly before using it in real life scenarios. You will see in this video how well it works. I will show you exactly how to teach it. And in the course we go deeper in how to use it, when you can use it, when not to, and what kind of reactions to expect in different situations. We are currently working on recording those sessions, but I thought it will be valuable and helpful to share this with you, which is why we are doing these videos. So in this video, I will walk you through how to search and sniff and why it's so successful. So let's dive into my computer.
Alright, what do you see here? You see the dog is quite agitated because he's seen a certain trigger or stimulus, and so he sees in my shadow that the dog is jumping up. So we will call her on voice here, and then we're going to teach her a piece of impulse control, which we do so here. And then what this video is about is we're going to teach your dog how they can search on the ground. You want to teach your dog this very simple exercise, and it works really well. So you're going to scatter feed in the environment, so you're going to get your dog to use his nose and calm down. It's been proven that when you let your dog sniff, their heart rate decreases, allowing them to engage with their environment using their nose. And so initially you do that by scattering food, so you get your dog to search. But eventually you want to get to the point where the moment you start scattering the food, so that when you give the command search, your dog knows that he can find something. And so in this case we show that we actually scatter some, but ultimately you want to get to the point where you want the dog to search at the moment you give the command. And so in this video, what we also discuss in training is that we're going to be training with another dog that's walking by here. And so we're letting the dog be in a relaxed, laid-back mode. Allowing her to sniff is part of teaching her this skill. It's particularly useful when your dog is in a stressful environment. If your dog becomes agitated, you can employ this technique effectively to help calm her down. By allowing her to sniff, you're helping her stay relaxed and calm, preventing her from becoming overly agitated or stressed out, but still able to process stimuli and still be able to see other dogs, people, or anything else that your dog finds difficult. And here you can see that initially the dog was completely overexcited upon seeing other dogs, but that by employing this exercise, we are constantly teaching the dog to use her nose and thus be more relaxed in the situation that she is in. This is something that you can easily teach and therefore keep the dog more relaxed. So that's what you absolutely need to implement, and all you need for that is a feed bag with good treats, allowing your dog to find a very high reward with his nose. Of course, it's not for nothing that when a dog starts using its nose, they enter a state of relaxation. And that's my tip to you. Start working on this today, and make sure you start using this with your dog, because it works tremendously well, and then you will see that your dog will therefore stay more relaxed. So I hope you'll use this technique, because as you can see in the video, at the end, she walks along with two dogs, one of which is the same one she reacted strongly to at the beginning of the video. Now, she's just walking along relaxed and calm, and this won't happen with every dog, and you'll really need to practice a lot. But the moment you use clever tricks, guide her in the right way, and learn to read her body language, understand how she reacts, when she reacts, and why she reacts that way, you'll see that you'll become better and better at guiding your dog. This will help her become less excited, ultimately allowing you to go for walks much more relaxed and calmly. And most importantly, it makes the experience much more enjoyable for your dog to be out and about with you. And it's like a toolkit that you want to use to become more skillful with your dog, to learn how to best guide your dog in certain situations. You'll notice that people who are fairly inexperienced often have a bit more difficulty introducing this to their dog, but as they work with the videos and become more adept and keep practicing and practicing, because you'll see that when you first start using this, it's not all smooth sailing and easy. It's the same as learning to ride a bike. Learning to ride a bike is something you also want to do by trial and error, and you won't learn it if you don't practice it. The moment you start working on it and you start practicing it, you get better and better at it, because in the beginning you have the leash, you have your feedback, you have the distracting, you have the use of your voice, and you want to eventually get this into autopilot. So when you start practicing with it today, I'm sure this is a very nice beginner's exercise to take your dog a step further. Until the next video.